I might start to do this as well. If this is helpful to you guys, then I will start doing this as well. Okay, and then this was this was Friday. So this is, this is Friday of last week, which was the September 25th. So this was September 25th, 9/25, 2015. And if we go to the market, so this is today, Thursday. That was Wednesday. This was Tuesday. This is Monday. That was Friday. So if we put this on the whiteboard, okay, if we put this on the whiteboard, okay, and then we run what actually happened, okay, starting from the next day, okay. We went like this. Hold on one second, guys. This is one of our gap and go downs here. It's MCK. Okay, keep an eye on that one. All right. So what happened on Monday was the big, kind of meltdown sell-off. Okay, meltdown sell-off, right? As we drew it on the board. And then we hooked up at the end. Then on Tuesday, we had volatility. Okay, on Tuesday, we had volatility, which was the gap up and then fade. So we gapped up and then faded. It wasn't a big gap up. Took out the low. And then closed somewhere down here. Okay, it did spike up at some point during Tuesday. I just can't draw it that way. Let's just do this. All right, so that'll make it work. Okay, that was Tuesday. And then yesterday we gap up to here, fade, and then we actually got on Wednesday, we gapped up like this, ran up for the beginning of the day, faded, and then ended up closing right near the high. Okay? Today, we are gapping up, but I want you to see something which is pretty important on my chart here. Okay, we are not quite gapping up to the high, so my charts are a little bit off here on this. We are actually gapping up to near here. Mess it up. So let's just say we're gapping up. Okay, which would be a novice gap up. Novice gap. So novice gaps have a higher tendency to fade. That's a novice gap. So I would expect a fade and then potentially a check mark, right? Because we're not quite up at the end of the target area. Okay, we should potentially get a check mark. Now, sometimes we used to say that Thursdays, there was turnaround Tuesdays and trending Thursdays. So, but a lot of times Thursday is the end of the trend, right? Because people take profits for the week going into Friday. So Friday might be a blow off top. And overall, I'm looking at this and we are still very much what? We're not bullish. This is a bear flag. This is a bear pennant. Okay, so if we do crack, okay, we would look for the low of yesterday as a target area. And if we rally, I would look to the prior Friday's bar as an area that we could rally to, or those moving averages. So somewhere into that area there. So the price is still below the moving averages, which is still bearish territory. Okay? So, so there it is. we just market just opened. The one gap and go down that I have today is MCK. 102.26 is resistance. Okay, let's take a look at DNKN. DNKN. That's also a gap and go down. Dunkin' Brands. DNKN. DNKN. Okay, so this is gap and go down. Watch. Right? So what are we watching for? 5-minute low break. 5-minute low break. It's kind of down a lot already, so that's my only concern with DNKN. Not that it can't go down lower, but it needs to break the 5-minute low. Okay, let's take a look at VRSK. I'm having dyslexic trouble today. VRSK. This is a fade, guys. It's gapping into resistance. Watch this one for a fade. VRSK. Fade watch. Okay, VRSK is a fade watch. I would even be a little preemptive on this one with a stop above the high. I mean, if you short it, you got 60 cents worth of risk. Okay, but just be careful, obviously, because, fades sometimes are what they are. Guys, the Qs have done a beautiful fade already, gap. So if you buy the VXX, you've already got a beautiful gap fade on the Qs. So far we're already right. Okay, guys, market's fading hard. V. Okay, so that's already working, guys. The fade is coming in hard, guys. Now, by the way, guys, this is even better. This is a gap. This is now entering into gap and crap territory. Guys, we faded and filled automatically, and now we're into gap and crap territory, so you really have to keep with this one. This is probably going to erase the prior day. The fact that this is happening so fast is very, very bearish. Guys, I want you to see Apple. No move up on the market, okay, can go without Apple. And Apple is, especially on the Qs. And Apple is very bearish. Well, it was very bearish. DNKN. DNKN. Getting killed, guys. Breaking the 5-minute low. DNKN. Hope you caught some of it. Gap and go down. Wow. Figures the day I'm not trading, everything I say works. I have to go create users in about 2 seconds, so I don't want to get caught. MKC. MKC. Guys, MKC is a sell setup. Okay, so this is not a grade A gap. Irwin, DNKN, you shorted it way. You shorted this way too late in the move, Irwin. You can't do that. You got to either catch the 5 minute before it breaks the 5 minute low or as it's catching the 5 minute low. Okay? You can't chase it. Okay? All right, guys, let's look at the cues, and then I'm leaving you guys be. Guys, the cues are gap and crap territory. You got to get short the cues and stay short the cues. On any rally, short the rally. Okay, this is going to go right to the low of that bar right there. So, Mark Green, bullish, right? Join the room, buddy. All right, guys, take a look at Apple. Apple breaking the low, guys. Apple breaking 5 minute low. Let's see if it breaks the daily low. Apple can fall down to 107 is the next spot on Apple. Apple short. Rotten Apple. There goes Apple, guys. Just watching Apple to the downside. DNKN. DNKN. If it bounced, could get a re-entry on DNKN. These do usually continue to go down. I don't see any trigger on DNKN, guys. All right, guys, I think the downward move is probably showing some signs of stalling. We may get one more jig down here on the 1 minute. All right, guys. Be right back. I'm going to be back in a little bit. Anybody else who wants to take over and moderate, feel free to start speaking. Let's see Facebook. Guys, I think the downward move is done. Okay, if you were trading, you should be done for the day. Guys, watch for a bounce on the market. Watch for market bounce. Guys, watch DNKN. DNKN might be making another jig down. All right, guys. I'm going to go quiet here. I have to get to work. Bye-bye. Somebody else want to jump on the mic? Maybe the projector? Otherwise, I'll just keep off mine. Market bounce called perfectly, guys. Watch for a 50% retracement in short. Guys, here is that sell is working. This would be a good cover point to take some risk off the table. Guys, markets new lows on the markets, guys. That was a beautiful 50% retracement sell setup. See if we break the lows or if we put in a double bottom. Okay, guys, market's breaking the low here, breaking the low. This is called the sell festa. When the market sells off, guys, it always comes down real hard, up the stairs, out the window. And I see a lot of people not trading. They're just sitting here watching like a deer in headlights. These are the times when you should be short and active. Larry, did you see my instant message? I wouldn't short down here, by the way. Now it's at near target point, right? The low of the prior day, that's the target point, so you don't jump in short at the low. Hey, Laura. Can't hold those things long term. All these ETFs are like ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, Larry, I'm just going to set you up with the web. Let me know if you want to convert to the desktop later. Federico, nice trading. Oh, he's not here today. Quitting. Desktop, okay. I will edit the user. Hold on one second. Yeah, Erwin, you're jumping in. You're jumping the gun. You're trying to react to every move, and that's really not what's successful in my opinion. Market is very volatile, all over the map. I might start to do this as well. If this is helpful to you guys, then I will start doing this as well. This is 1. And this is 2. Okay, and then this was this was Friday. So this is okay, and then this was this was Friday. So this is this is Friday of last week. Okay, if we put this on the whiteboard, okay, and then we run what actually happened is resistance of yesterday. Okay, so so there it is. We just market just opened. The one gap and go down that I have today is MCK is resistance. Okay, 102.26 is resistance. 102.26 is resistance. Market is very volatile. All over the map. I might start to do this as well if this. Okay, guys, I'm going to all right, guys, I think the downward move is probably showing some signs of stalling. Okay, Larry, you're first up. Yeah, but that's a reverse split, isn't it? Okay, guys, market is all over the damn place. I think it's another sell here at this level as a big bear flag, but, you know, so far we've made a jig down, secondary jig down, bounce, third jig down, high, possible failure to make a new high, and then we'll see what happens. This could also be a 1, 2, 3 continuation to run back up to the highs, which would be nuts, but is not impossible. Guys, this is looking more and more like a short to me. Bombs away. I think we go down. Looks like a failed 1, 2, 3 continuation to me, but you know, not 100% certain. Okay, guys, it's working so far, baby. Okay, guys, so that short was good. Let's see if this only bounces 50%, then you can short it again. The next low would be down to 180 cents. 180 would be the revisit. Guys, here we go. We're triggering down right now. Triggering down. Guys, Mike, welcome, buddy. Okay, yeah, I will. Guys, triple top on the market. Let's watch for a breakdown. Okay, guys, I'm just about setting up users here. Wow, very little trading today, guys, by you all. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this, by the way. Doing this, Mike. It's a little too much. All right, guys. I'll be back off the mic here. I think we're going to get a move up. If we clear these highs, because we failed to break down 1, 2, and now we put in a higher low. Let's see if we get a move up. This could be a 1, 2, 3 continuation long after a sell-off, which would be really tricky, but is possible. So sit on hands until you get clarity.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I heard you guys aren't doing much trading. That means you've learned something, because you're seeing this market is chopping back and forth, really no direction. Follow through is minimum. Yeah, you had a chance to make money on Cena. I didn't take my 12 cents. It's one of those days where if you don't take a 12-cent profit, you wound up losing. So I lost a dime. The bottom fishing trades from the other day, pretty good. That URI and Celgene, man. XON had some interesting news. Somebody, this guy out there thinks the stock's a $400 stock. I'll buy it on dips. It just dipped back down to where it came from yesterday, so I still like it. I read some stuff about the company. Again, I'm not a fundamental guy, but how about a 10-point move in Celgene? Isn't it wonderful to just have money to put to work? For the ones that don't work, you got Celgene's up 10, Uri's up 3. If you bought XON at 30, you're only down a quarter at this point. But this day is after the CRM. I'm thinking that might have been the big winner of the day. CRM went green and went up 2, so that was pretty massive. I was trying to get some Shake Shack, but I've never traded that stock, and I see why I'm not going to trade that stock. Broke the 1-minute VWAP, and I tried buying at 47.50. Next thing you know, it's 40-cent spread. I don't know if I want to do the trade. Next thing you know, it pops $1, and then pretty much falls back.
Market might be triggering down. Watch the market for a trigger down. Watch it here, guys. Possible short coming. There's a trend line right here. Okay, if that trend line breaks, then you got to trigger down. Kenny, can you see if you can project so I can continue to set up new traders?
Yeah, man. DWTI, yeah, I was looking at that also. But once I missed 4 points on something. I'm not too excited about chasing it, but yeah, it's going. Last time I was going to buy it was 99.50, so certainly not buying it now, even though it looks pretty good. DWTI will be now a 20-point trade. I'll say it closes at 120, 17 points higher from here, because that stock only moves. Again, I'm not suggesting anybody ever trades this thing, ever. But my history with this stock, if I miss it, if I miss a good entry, it's usually good for 15, 20 points. So don't be too surprised when you see this thing at 115 today. Again, I suggest nobody ever trades this stock, ever. Blah, blah, blah. And again, I suggest nobody even trades this stock, ever. It's, unless you're ready to, you got to risk 4 points to make 1 point. Pretty much the scenario with DWTI. Little stretch from what I normally look to do. Risk 8 cents to make 20 cents. Not in the mood to risk 5 to make 1. By the way, I didn't realize that the Yankees was a 4-game series, so man, they lost again. The Yankees suck. Short the Yankees. DWTI, there it is, green. Let's see how fast it takes to get to 110. 4 minutes, 8 minutes, or 20 minutes. Again, I'm not suggesting you buy it. Just something to watch. If you could watch it, study it, see how it trades, and you feel like you want to trade 100 or 200 shares of it from time to time, watch it trade. You probably won't want to trade it.
All right, guys, I think the downward move.
And if you do trade it, yeah, I missed 99.50 when it hit 100, pulled back to 99.50. I tried to buy 99.50. I didn't get my print, and that was the last I decided whether or not I'm going to be in it or not. And that's why I don't trade Shake Shack either. Yeah, that's a healthy move. And like I said, when I first came on the air, I heard you guys weren't trading much. That means you guys are smart. There's death in the air right now. Thursday after a big move, usually we get this day. And then hopefully we'll follow through tomorrow and have one of those Friday option extravaganzas where we could find a couple of reversals and trade some 10-cent options and sell them at 50 cents and watch them go to $4 again. Because that was what happened. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? We were buying some options at a dime, sold them at 20, 30, and 40, and by the end of the day they were at $3, $4, and $5. So yep. Yeah, that was just one of them. I think that was actually 3 weeks ago. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. We had that monster reversal intraday to the short side. FEYE puts for 2 cents. They went to $1. Not a bad return. So anyway, if you are a glutton for punishment, okay, right, and you must trade, which is a very bad way of thinking about it, you need to be trading VWAP on a day like this, because all we're doing is spiking over maybe to a deviation band, and then we're pulling back to VWAP, and then we're breaking back under VWAP, and then we're holding the band underneath, and then we're going back to VWAP. So you can trade around the VWAP if you find the stock. At least risk reward will be in your favor trading the range. Not a day to be shorting while stocks are going down. Not a day to be buying stocks when they're going higher. This is a reversion kind of a day. Like as PayPal. PayPal was the only trade when I sat down. It was going green. Had some people getting nervous about this stock, and it went green. So that was a nice one. That was one of the classic reversals. Bad news. Stock goes green, goes up 40, 50 cents. Could have been your day right there. So what, DWTI, I'll say 110 easy, possibly 120. By the way, URI rolling back over. But please don't short anything while they're going down. This is one of those days where if you're just about to do a trade, don't. Wait 5 minutes. You'll get a better price.
You know, we just market just opened. The one gap and go down that I have today is MCK. 102.26 is resistance. Okay, let's take a look at
108.
DNKN. DNKN. Not that it can't go down lower, but it needs to break the 5-minute low.
By the way, if the market was going to rally, you know what would have to happen first, right? You need the UVXY
fade
to
watch
start coming in.
Okay, VRSK is a fade watch.
So let's take a look at UVXY.
I would even be a little preemptive on this one with a stop above the high.
Figure today. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. You got your 1 minute is the blue. Your multi-day is the spotted orange. We crack through here. You want to be buying SVXY and maybe look for some longs. And that's it. URI. Wow. Man. Double top there. By the way, the SUV coming out of Tesla, I mean, I love it and I want to own it, but you can't have it in a garage because the doors go up unless you have a 2-story garage. Chances are you can't open the doors in your garage and get into your car. You have to pull the car out of your garage. I mean, I think the driver's seat, the driver's is a regular door, but then if you want to let your kids in, you got to pull the car out and then let them in. All I know is I got to go check it out. Here, let's take for an example Baidu right here. Normally I'd be like, hey, look, Baidu, short. Let's take a look. All right, we missed it by 34 cents. If I would have got it short at 37.41, it'd probably be covering half now anyway. But let's see if there's any more follow through. I would say you probably get back to 137.40 before you break 137. Again, I'm not suggesting this is a trade. I'm just kind of watching for. Oh my lord, look, it's the 1 minute to the multi-day. Oh, you bastard. You can't kiss all the girls. You can't watch all the stocks. Damn. So for all the great calls my friend has been making, he did say you got to be buying $30 calls in SSYS because it's going to get taken over. Yeah? See, once you start buying stocks because they're going to be, you think they're getting taken over, you're going to lose 98% of the time. Took a good trade and made it bad by hanging on. You buy the rumor, sure. Your stock had a couple of good days there on the rumor of HP buying them out. Then the rumor subsides and the stock goes back down.